What do you make, man? Chip Lampley is back, bro. He's just
No, no llores, vato, no llores.
Hey, by the way, remember when he was crying for the dude that worked in the truck? Like,
Yeah.
he's been with us for 10 years. We're gonna miss you. Like, nobody give a fuck about the dude in the truck, bro. Go ahead.
Lampley is what we call a llorón, a pinche llorón. But look, man, here's the thing. Well, as a kid growing up, watching a lot of fights and good fights on HBO. I'm talking about early '90s, mid '90s, late '90s, even some of the 2000s. That was a pretty good crew with Lampley, Merchant, George Foreman, Letterman on the card. You know, they were pretty decent then. As time went on, though, you could definitely see the bias towards certain fighters. They gave Lampley his own show. That was just pathetic, in my opinion. Really, really bad show. And HBO, and I agree, Calix, at the end, it was hard. Really hard to listen to these guys. They brought in Roy. Roy was pretty entertaining. Max was just basically Merchant 2.0. You know, nothing different. They're just a younger version. And I'm not excited, really, to be honest with you. Like I said, as much as I enjoyed listening to those guys when I was growing up as a kid, as I got older and older, it got to the point where I didn't even care to listen to them anymore. Like, I would have fight parties in my house, and like I wouldn't even turn up the volume. Like, there'd be a lot of people there. Like, I would not turn up the volume to hear this guy talk or any of them talk. You know, it got that bad for me. So I'm not excited to have him back. I mean, we'll see. I mean, how he does with Triller. Calling the fights. I mean, obviously, I think he's a lot better than Snoop Dogg. That's for sure.
Quite the bar there. Quite the bar there.
Yeah, but we'll see, man. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it, but I'm definitely not excited to have him back, like some people are.
But by the way, 92 talked about the fight show or whatever it was called. I actually didn't mind the show. I thought the show was pretty cool. I like the Gotti list. I don't have an issue with the Gotti list. You know what I mean? It was just highlighting the exciting fighters of the sport. Sometimes he would put guys that didn't belong in the Gotti list. Like, it was just weird, but you know, that's the thing that got to me sometimes. But I got the idea behind it. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of purists out there, like the elitists, like, Gotti, I don't like Rock'em Sock'em. Like, get the fuck that. Shut up, dude. like, you know, I can't say that shit. Like, yeah, we know he wasn't like elite, but he was like right below the elite fighters. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Hey,
right? Yeah.
You know, everybody has their first Lampley cry story. When's the first time you saw Lampley cry? You know what mine was Bogalata with the riot at Madison Square Garden.
I was just gonna say that, man. I was just gonna say
George Foreman's trying to, young man, you don't want to do that, young man. And then after Lampley comes on the mic and says, my daughter's out there.
Daughter's out there somewhere.
Come on. Why are you even announcing that? Like
he's doing it like this. They have like the wide angle on him. He's way up top. He's nowhere near the floor now, and he's getting ready to sign off. And he's like, guys, he's looking back. My daughter is somewhere out there. You know,
oh man, hey, I like the first time I saw him cry. There's two times that come to mind that were just, to me, were just ridiculous. Okay, the one time was Legendary Nights. More Foreman, okay, when he's like, I was talking to George, and he told me that he was going to set him up, and he did. Wow, I'm just like, what the fuck? Why are you crying? Like what the fuck, bro? Like, and then the other time was like, he really loved Vargas. Like, he had a soft spot for Fernando Vargas. You know what I mean? And he was like, this kid, he came from a bad spot, from nothing. But he's a millionaire now. He's fine. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool, bro. Like chill. Like, every fighter, but like, here's the worst part. Like, he would get. Remember that Russian that had a coma, Remember that?
Yeah.
In HBO, dude, he breezed through that like nothing. Like he was just like, yeah, well, just an update. Or he's in hospital. He's recovering. Thoughts are with the wife and but the guy in the truck, we're going to say goodbye. He cried on that show about the dude in the truck. But you have a fighter that had a coma in a fight you called. Didn't shed a tear. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? He was picky when he cried because you have to have a soft spot. Like the guys he had a soft spot for, that's when he cried. If he didn't give a fuck about you, you know what I mean? I don't think he ever cried about Floyd or like, I just don't. Floyd could have died in the ring. Jim would have been like, Floyd, down goes Floyd. He's not doing anything, gentlemen. You know, like he would have cried. But like Pacquiao stubs his toe. Oh, he stubbed his toe. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. But other than that,
he'll never be able to use those magnificent angles again.
Remember when he couldn't stop praising Mosley for the fight with Mora? Like, this is why we love Mosley. Like,
that was the worst fight I've ever seen.
That was a terrible fight. Terrible.
That fight was up there with Klitschko and Bragimov. Those two? I don't know which is worse. Ugly. I have no idea.